Well, after 2 very long years of working on this property, we finally have moved in. Just barely moved in, and we are already getting ready to host guests. I'm getting ready to head off to the airport to pick up my parents, and it's both really exciting to have them here. They're going to be helping us build out our kitchen. It's also nerve-wracking. I mean, 2 years ago, we told them that we're going to buy this abandoned stone barn in the foothills of the Italian Alps and try to renovate it to something that we could live in. And while I know they had full faith in me, it's still a crazy endeavor to drag your family, drag your kids over here and go through this crazy experience of building out this property over the last couple of years. And now they both have the chance to come and witness it in its current condition. My mom was able to visit about 1.5 years ago before we really started the work renovating. But this is my dad's first time to Italy, and I want them to have a good experience. I want them to fall in love with this property just as we have. But with that, it's time to go get them.
Well, good morning. It is a very exciting day because Bradey just left to go get his parents from the airport. I'm so excited for them to get here and be able to host them here. It's so exciting. This is part of the dream of us living in Italy, is to be able to host our friends and family here. So it's very, very exciting. I'm going to try to get some things cleaned up this morning, ready for them to arrive, and then we will just kick it into high gear. I cannot wait to see what all we get accomplished this week.
Well, you can't pick a more perfect time to arrive as the noon bells are going off. It's a good way to give them the first reveal of the house.
You made it! Welcome!
This is perfect timing, yeah?
I know! So nice.
I love your legs. Is this like a Hawaiian lei?
Yeah, welcome.
A welcome lei.
Perfect. Thank you, sweetheart.
I love this.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Isn't it? We'd like to put like vintage wood door shutters on the outside.
yeah.
That's going to take some time.
What time does the sun wake you up?
So
this
build it
window?
up. We'll raise it up.
Is it pretty early?
20, 30 centimeters.
Yep.
And it keeps us up very late at night, too. Yeah.
Bathroom.
Whoa, that's a tub.
That is a pub.
Oh, that painting looks really nice that they did.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That
The lady
looks
that walked through
beautiful.
here first to see the bathroom, the lady who used to live here, walked in here and said, "Throw up a pinkle, it's too small, it's too small." She was joking. It's a large space. Yeah.
It's a really nice sized bathroom.
It's almost the size of your living room.
Yes, it is.
This is cheap flooring material that I just sliced up and turned into a door.
Oh, that's very
So this is
nice.
probably a $30 door. So that's a historical thing that they do here in this region.
Oh.
Is a notched entry area. It kind of, you demonstrated, Heather, it's to unload the hay.
They put their hay on their backs and then they would sit down
And toss it in. Now, originally that notch would have been twice as deep, but we wanted to keep it just a little bit to preserve some of the history. And then this right here, that's all the magic. Not you. I mean, yes, you, but you know,
Yeah.
also behind
All the
you.
magic.
Yeah.
You just sit out here and drink your coffee.
Yeah.
Never leave, huh?
Yeah.
I put the camera down. My mom asked me, did everything turn out how I had expected it, or did things change for better, for worse? And my answer was every single step has turned out so far beyond my expectations. Like every detail.
Except for that guy.
Every single detail, like these beams. I had the vision of putting in the thick beams here, but I never would have imagined it would have looked so good. These black doors, the aluminum doors, the flooring, all of the stonework, the fireplace, every single detail has turned out so much better than I could have imagined, which is not usually the case in a project like this. Usually you have things that you mess up. I did mess up the positioning of the pot filler. It is comically too high above the stove.
But that's it.
That's
Like,
my
we'll
fault.
take it. That's fine.
There might be a few other silly details like that, but no, everything has far exceeded my expectations.
I'd kind of like to go back and see earlier episodes where you talked about your vision and then say,
Yeah.
here it is.
Yeah.
Well, good morning to the start of a very lovely week as I have my parents here helping me out, and Yes, my brother was supposed to come, but we had issues at the airport. I'll tell you about that later on. So it's just my parents here working today. And first off, we need to spend the day setting up all of our tools, getting ready to build out these kitchen cabinets. And well, it's gonna be a lovely week. So we've decided, since we don't have that much space inside and we are all currently living here in the house, in quite a small house, we're gonna set up the entire workstation outside.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
What's going on out here?
We've got a crazy day going on as we're assembling everything we need to build out the cabinets, and Andrea is down there digging out the final stretch of our sewer. Yes, I said it was going to be a 2-part system. Well, it turned into a 3-part plan as he's now hooking up the last 200 meters of our sewer line so we can finally use our toilet.
Yay!
Well, we have been using it, but we found another solution, but I'm not going to tell you.
You don't want the details of that. I can't imagine how difficult that's going to be with after setting up that furniture with those directions.
This is actually supposed to be worse than IKEA from whatever.
Oh, great.
I was telling him, it's like, we do realize where you're digging today. Alexa, are you showing Grandpa how to do it?
Yes. We're doing a delicate operation here. She's
Yeah.
got delicate fingers.
We are currently trying to get a tarp set up so that the guys can work not in the
We have
sun.
delicate skin.
Well, we're going to be out here a long time working on these cabinets, so it would be nice to have some shade. And in case it rains, it's been so rainy lately, it would be nice to not have to halt the work and put away all the tools if it's all rainy. And Grammy and Chloe are over here in the garden getting started working. Grammy's helping us since she knows actually how to garden. We need all the help we can get.
The metal post, railing post. Yeah, the railing post. We just need this other corner as high as possible. Let go, Alexa. Oh, this is
Oh, this looks dangerous.
Okay.
Yeah, it gets very, very hot out here in the sun.
Grammy will do gardening tomorrow morning when it's done.
Or in the evenings. It's nice to be out in the evenings or the mornings for sure. Well, that's looking good.
That'll be nice.
That'll be very nice. That's going to be a game changer.
This right here just makes me happy to look off and have a nice, beautiful shaded area with a lovely view. But to have the whole family here, all working together, the kids, my parents, and to hear the sound of our sewer going in the distance as well, which I'm now headed back to help them fill up the sand over top of that pipe. Perfect.
It didn't really.
No, it did. It sucked it right up.
Oh.
You got it.
You got it. Okay, let's go a little bit more. Couple more too. Look, that's good. Perfect, right there. I'll hold it. I'm gonna pivot this thing around and turn it over on its side because I think I can pivot it. Plop it down on its side here where we're not gonna hurt anything. And then get the nut up in there. You probably have to just feel it in place. And get it screwed on. Started tight. Perfect.
There's definitely a lot going on today. Brady's dad and Alexa are right now trying to set up the planer, I believe is what they're setting up. And Brady's mom and Chloe are just kind of gardening and hanging out. The guys are down here digging the sewer. Brady's kind of up and down and all around. I'm trying to capture all of it, filming, running around, up and down and all around. But things are moving. We're moving forward, which is so fun. And it's incredibly special to have family here with us as we celebrate moving in.
Today we finally hook up our sewer properly. This section will go so much faster, so much easier than the previous sections. And we've got 3 guys today, not just 2, so that makes a big difference. Man, I cannot imagine going through this building process for the last 2 years without this piece of kit. The motocarriola, as you call it, the motorized wheelbarrow, man, it has been a lifesaver for us. Not only have we been delivering all of our supplies up the last couple of months, but we've delivered our fridge, our stove, our furniture. Later on today, for the electrician and the plumber, they're coming up to do the final hookup of our hot water heater. They obviously can't pass up with their trucks. I haven't told them that yet. So we're gonna use this to load up their supplies, but man, makes life a whole lot easier. You got it, kiddo?
What?
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you going sideways? There you go. So strong. Oh, yeah. Nice. Do you want me to carry it the rest of the way?
No, I can carry it.
You got it. Okay.
I can carry it.
All right, good luck, buddy. Okay. Well, pardon the brief interruption, but allow me a minute to remind you about the importance of protecting your personal data while online and to tell you about today's video sponsor, Delete Me. If you aren't aware, Delete Me are the privacy experts that we entrust to go out there on the internet, find our personal information that's been spread around, and have it removed on our behalf. If you're getting a lot of those annoying spam phone calls or phishing emails or potential scams, then it might be because your personal information has been collected, packaged up, and sold off to the highest bidders. There are data brokers out there that collect your personal information from social media websites, from government websites, and elsewhere, package that all up and sell it off to whoever might want it, including scammers. Important personal information like your email address, your personal home address, your cell phone number, your email address, things that you want kept private. Well, Delete Me can go out there, find that personal information, and have it removed. When you first sign up for Delete Me, you'll get a privacy report within the first 7 days showing where all of your information is left public, and then they'll go out there and have that removed on your behalf. So if you'd like to also join Delete Me today, you can go to joindeleteme.com/Voyagers to get 20% off, or scan the QR code on screen now, or simply enter the coupon code Voyagers at checkout. But with that, thank you so much to Delete Me for sponsoring today's video. We originally thought that we were going to be installing all of the sewer pipes towards the beginning of the entire project here. So we bought them a good 1.5 years ago. If you guys remember, I believe it was when the newbies visited us before we kind of fully officially started. We've stored them all here, kind of tilting off, sliding down the mountain. Let me grab one here real quick. It's time to finally install the majority of them, as the longest stretch is actually the easiest section, believe it or not, and should go in today. We've made it around this curve, and they've just finished up digging all of this section here underneath this little canal, which takes the water off the street. And from here on out is why things get a lot easier, because you can use the excavator to fill in the sand. Remember that sand is very crucial to protect the pipes as you're driving tractors and whatnot over top of it. That sand acts as a lovely cushion for the pipe. I love working with the cows just right over there. I don't know if you can hear them on camera with those massive bells just dinging. And we did discover a small error in how the municipality has built this road. See, there's these these manholes that collect all of the water. They built these cement channels to funnel every, I'd say, 15 meters to funnel the water into a very large pipe. We're talking there's a pipe like this big underground to take away all of the water that rushes down the mountain, collects in the road, and take it away. And well, the mistake they made when they built it is from the canals, the pipe that they funnel into that is about this big. They're all broken because they didn't protect them in concrete, and so basically it doesn't work. None of this works. None of the water's collecting the way it's supposed to. It's all supposed to funnel into a nearby river and be taken away. So I think what we're gonna do is come back later on and jackhammer it up and fix it. Taking care of the water on these roads is very important, and now the municipality doesn't have the budget to properly do things, so all of the people who live around these areas, you all kind of chip in the way you can and get it done. So obviously this road is very narrow. It's actually a little bit more narrow than regulation size of how big these roads are meant to be. So his excavator, he's trying to scooch towards the edge as much as possible, but it means he's digging right in the center, which is where they would have dug to put the original pipes to take away all of this water as well as other things. I don't even know what else is down there. So he's going very slowly, and as you find sand, you know you're close to pipes and you have to get to a certain depth, and he's broken one pipe so far, but it's not a big deal. A very easy fix, and just wish there's a little bit more room on the edge because he obviously doesn't want to get too close to the edge. And this is why it's a lot easier, because now he has the space to drive over top of it, straddling that channel that he's just dug. But I don't know if you can see on camera, there's not that much space off that drop off, which is why I almost lost my wheelbarrow earlier. About drove it right off the edge. But Andrea is a much better operator than I am. Look at this.
Pretty
Cheeses, salami, grapes. Got to keep the workers happy. Thank you.
You're welcome. Lunchtime. The bells are ringing. That means it's noon, and that means it's Italian lunchtime. So you have to stop what you're doing right now.
When the bells ring, it's very Italian. You drop whatever you're doing. You do not mess around with lunch hour.
All right, let's have lunch.
Okay.
Your big finger, thumb, big finger, back and forth like that. And when you get it all wrapped up, at the end, you can take the last loop, push it in, down, and around, and like stiffen it up.
All right.
All right, you ready, Chloe?
Where is it? There it is. Okay. The first cut.
Yay! Let's do it.
It's time to make some cabinets.
Yeah. All right, Chloe, I don't think I want you sitting right there for the cutting.
All right, big green button.
Yeah, it is.
Grandpa's teaching Alexa how to use a Dremel tool to carve into stone. So Alexa's been wanting to learn how to carve.
And the harder you push on one spot, the deeper it'll go down.
And don't worry, that bit is quite safe actually. Right now, this is much more important than kitchen cabinets. Chloe and Alexa are learning how to carve into stone. What are you making, kiddo? A smiley face? So cool.
It's gonna rain.
It's gonna rain.
Oh, I feel drops already.
Yeah. We're using job site quality tools in the middle of the rain to build a beautiful kitchen, and I love it. It's a little bit more of a challenge than what he has back at his shop, where he has a proper cabinet saw and all of the proper tools, but the challenge is fun. I actually love our setup because you take your shade, and when you're done at night and it starts to rain, you just drop it right on top of all your material.
Yeah, it works like a charm.
Every once in a while we get these rains that they call a bomb rain, where it just dumps on you. It's amazing to me that the ground can withstand it, that there's no erosion or the walls don't collapse. A little sketchy, but I'm glad we got everything covered up. That's our plumber, technician, and electrician walking away in the rain and this nasty lightning. They were very kind and stayed almost until 7 p.m. just to make sure that our hot water worked. They encountered quite a lot of problems, and it took the three of them nearly 6-7 hours to get our hot water working, but it now works, which is one thing checked off on our comfort list. And by tomorrow, as long as this weather goes away, we should have a flushing toilet as well.
Almost got all the... And it's got no cleared off it. Oh, we gotta measure that sink.
Okay, I'll go unbox it.
We gotta unbox
You
it.
want it here, just to have, make it easier to measure?
Oh no, you can leave it right in there. Just get it unboxed.
I cannot wait to see this.
It's a big sink.
I need a big sink. Oh, I think that could be exposed.
Yeah, it can be. So you have
Nice.
two options. You can hold it.
Oh, I love it.
So we wanted a very large, deep farmhouse sink, but I wasn't sure if we could have the side exposed also, because in our design we want this to live at the edge of the island, and it looks just lovely. Well, I mentioned in our last video that my brother also was coming to visit us, and well, he made it all the way to the airport and ended up getting turned away by the flight attendants because his passport was expiring too soon. And I do feel a little bit responsible for this. I should have reminded them to check their passport expiration dates. You need 3 months on your passport in order to enter Italy or Europe or Schengen. All he had was 2 months and 3 weeks. He was approximately 1 week shy on his passport, and they did turn him away. I feel super bad, and he feels really bad because he was going to help us weld up all of our hand railing. He's an expert welder, but I guess that's going to be something that I have to learn how to do.
Alright, and then are these clamps reach?
No, I've got really long ones.
Brought two out.
Let's just go by hand for now. And
No, because the nail gun doesn't hit hard enough.
really,
It's not driving them together. I need to be able to cut them now. Because I don't want to mess with
okay.
getting it.
Other way, flip it around.
Two corners. Keep it. Don't let it touch until you know that it's lined up left and right.
Aw, isn't that cute? I caught it. Come over and see your kitchen cabinets. There goes a cabinet.
Oh my goodness!
That's one of the uppers.
I could tell. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
This road project here is not a small task, but he's getting everything moved around and cleaned up. And then yes, because it's all slippery clay and mud now and we've lost all that gravel, we will have to bring in 2 dump trucks of gravel, and then it'll be better than it's ever been before. And then once all of this road work is finished, then there's the worst part of it that we're going to be cementing over, just about 25 meters or so, but it's that 25 meters that constantly keeps getting washed away. For the last 2 years, it's been the biggest thorn in our side. And I think next week, I'm not exactly sure about the timing, but that will be solved permanently. All right, so Andreas, on the last little section, we just need to connect this up, and then it goes up through to connect to where we left off on the last round. And then once it's connected, it's all about getting the road back to being usable as quickly as possible. Look at this beautiful work, building up a stone wall here to protect that pipe, to protect the road. Got it all encased in concrete, and we are just about finished. So where I want to be is up with my dad, with my mom, and building the cabinets with them. I find that quite enjoyable. But instead we're working on a problem because all of our electricity is functioning and working, and then randomly in the middle of the night, it stopped working. The main shutoff at the street just will not work, and I've called the electrician, called the provider, and we're now trying to diagnose it and get the electrician back because today we've been out of electricity. Thankfully, we have the batteries. We originally thought it was a problem with the provider because we had so many storms last night, so I was just waiting for it to come back on, and once I realized, no, we're the only ones without power, started trying to diagnose it, and something to do with the setup that we've installed, so need to get that power back on. But thankfully, we have enough batteries to last us, say, a day or two, but we're using them sparingly just on the fridge and for our tools, so we don't have any lights or anything else.
There is really so much that is so exciting about being in this stage of the build. Obviously we're living here, so that's very exciting in and of itself, but to have family here helping, for the girls to be able to be around all the time. It's been so long since we've just been able to be here and enjoy the property because so many things have been kind of dangerous. It's not been a safe place for the kids to come and hang out, and so we've kind of been stuck at the apartment and just not able to be a part of what's going on here, which has been really, really hard. And just to see the girls kind of snuggling up and laughing together while they're watching Brady's mom and dad working on the cabinets, and it just really is a pinch me moment. I can't believe that we have made it to this point, and I'm just really enjoying these moments that we're having here.
So that, you just gotta get glue on all 4 sides.
Oh, it goes on the inside?
Yeah. What?
I glued on the outside. You see where? All right.
Just put it on the inside.
See, it's like an aggressive mistake right there. It don't matter.
Don't push it all the way in.
Okay.
Let me get mine in and then squish it forward, otherwise it wipes glue all over everything.
All right.
Like that.
Sorry.
No, I just,
Ready?
yeah. The nail, fancier doesn't do. Hey, much weird stuff has just happened.
Yeah. Like.
Excellent. Okay. That tarp is leaking, by the way.
That's okay. Well, chaos. Beautiful chaos. That's how I described the last couple of days, but we now have a fully, properly functioning toilet. We had hot water for a minute, just a minute there, for about a few hours, and then we're dealing with some electrical problems because of that, but They're coming back. It's gonna be fixed, no problem. And we've gotten through a good bit of setting up our workstation outside and building our kitchen cabinets. But I think that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.